Jana Drews, welcome to BTV. We're delighted to have you here. Congratulations, first of all, on the launch of a new venture. Give us the background on Hypermetrics. So what are you guys doing? Who's backing the service? What are you trying to achieve?
Thank you so much, John. Really appreciate the time today. So our entire intent and reason for existence is to produce what we call zero-party data. So we are very much a panel initiative, and our entire ethos is to leverage next generation technologies, merge them with industry accepted and expected best practices in order to produce what we call zero-party data, meaning we're measuring definitively exactly who was exposed to what on the various types of media that exist today, whether it's panel environment, whether it's mobile environments or TV environments, whatever it might be. That is our entire mission, and all of our products follow that ethos. In terms of who is backing us, it is not that big of a mystery. We just closed our pre-seed round, and it is comprised of industry executives. They come from the buy side, the sell side, various platforms in the space that we're all very familiar with. And that is very much on purpose and a very large part of our story. This was very much created as a result of the frustrations of options in the marketplace. And with that, we've received abundant support from the marketplace, whether it's through verbal engagements, through support and endorsements, or in our direct investments.
That's really interesting. So measurement services obviously encompasses a fairly broad range of different services. What exactly are you going to be measuring? What use cases are you envisaging for what you do?
Yeah, great question. So first and foremost, our North Star product, what I like to call, is Clearview Metrics. And that product is going to be entirely focused on measuring everything in the home. So as I mentioned, we leverage next generation technologies and merge them with industry accepted research methodologies. And that is the entire intent with that product. So that product is currently in development. We are focused right now on a pilot program that we will announce very soon before the end of the year. And the intent is really to truly understand at a granular level, at a definitive level, what is occurring in the home. What media are people exposed to, whether it's content or advertising, and which devices those exposures occur on.
And what gap do you feel you're trying to fill? Obviously, there are lots of different measurement providers out there who would claim to do at least some of these things. What's really distinctive or different as you see it about what you're offering?
Yeah, great question. Thank you very much. So I would say that we are different because although we are a panel initiative, we are not focused on providing a rating or a currency for that matter. We are entirely focused on creating data that is of a high quality and very granular and can be used with other data sources to create a rating or a currency. However, what makes us different is we're collecting all of this information in a single source fashion. So as I mentioned, in terms of the data sources in the space, et cetera, we believe that we're complementary because our data should always be used with other data sources, or it can be used on its own in order to look at your own entity in comparison to other companies, your competitors, et cetera. However, our positioning is really to democratize the entire data ecosystem and data options within the media ecosystem. We are not creating a rating. We are helping fuel new currencies in the space.
And obviously, I guess the general truism about panels is that the bigger the panel, the more granular you can get with it. How big is your panel? What is going to allow you to go into much more granular levels than other panel providers?
Great question. So what makes us different is our technology. So our technology is able to measure what I like to say, the glass layer of the TV. We are not listening to what is occurring on the TV. We are watching what is occurring on the TV, and we are able to measure everything that's occurring. So it doesn't matter if you're watching through an OTT device, a video gaming console, playing a video game, using a set-top box, we are definitively measuring all of those environments directly on the TV. And then we're also measuring the other devices in the home, all in association with the people within the home. So as a result, the data is coming from a single source, and that granularity that you mentioned is occurring in the home. We don't have separate panel initiatives, and we don't pool that data together. We don't have census data sources of the likes of third parties. We instead are focused on everything that is occurring in the home and truly understanding how people are spending their time and where.
And does this mean that the approach you're offering will allow you to go perhaps to some of the places that many current measurement services fear to tread? So will you be able to do things like program level measurement of Netflix consumption, or comparable viewing of different streaming services, or data on ad loads in YouTube, these sorts of things? Are those all part of the offer?
That's exactly what we're capable of doing. And it's our technology that allows us to do that, but it's also the fact that we are building a panel and we're receiving permissions from the households themselves. So that is our objective, again, to measure absolutely everything in the home. Streaming services included, linear TV included. Our measurement system, it's not as simple to say we have one technology that's able to do all of these things. It's an entire measurement system of proprietary hardware and software that has really thought through all the various ways we consume media in these modern environments. And with that, this layered approach allows us to see in a single source fashion exactly how people are behaving in the home and which TVs they're interacting with, which devices they're interacting with, who are they watching that TV with. So the end result is true cross-platform measurement, VPVH, and co-viewing.
It's tremendously exciting. So stepping back, I guess it's impossible to escape the view that there's an enormous amount happening in the measurement space at the moment. I think Jane Clark from SIM recently suggested that there are 16, 17, 18 major measurement initiatives underway across the market. What's driving all this activity in your view? Why is there so much happening in this space at present?
Great question. First and foremost, we're very excited by all of these initiatives, and we applaud all of them. We started this initiative because we were frustrated by the lack of options in the space from a technology standpoint. Both my co-founder and I come from the technology and product side of the business, and we applaud all the various initiatives, and we hope to partner with all of them. I think the main driver is that frustration that I mentioned, the gap between the buy and the sell side and the fragmentation across the market is really starting to show the fact that there needs to be some kind of unification. So I think that's the main driver with all of these various initiatives.
I couldn't agree more. And a final quick word from you then. Tell us a bit about your timetable for 2021. So I think you're currently offering content metrics and mobile metrics. What's the roadmap for the next 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, great question. Thank you. So as I mentioned, we are gearing up for a pilot program that will launch before the end of this year. That is what we're calling content metrics. So we believe that first and foremost, we should be able to figure out exactly what is occurring on the TV in an unduplicated fashion between set-top box, linear, streaming, etc. And that is the entire driver and intent of that program. However, we're already capable of also measuring advertising and secondary device traffic. So that pilot program is very robust. Mobile metrics is a mobile panel that we have. We are very closely tied and partnered with MadHive, which is a great company, and we're very proud of that relationship. And Mobile Metrics, they are part of that initiative, and Mobile Metrics produces highly granular information on mobile behaviors in both Android and iOS environments. So we're very excited about that initiative. And then in terms of 2021, we will be entirely focused on building the panel to a larger scale and providing what we call Clearview Metrics, our North Star product, which is purely cross-platform, cross-device, single source data that will be accessible to all via licensing. Again, no ratings, no measurement products. We believe the marketplace has evolved to a point where the majority of our clients purely want data, and they have amazing resources when it comes to ratings. We don't need to we don't seek to be a competitor within that. Instead, we hope to create a common language via data across all of our initiatives across the ecosystem.
Well, Janet, it sounds like 2021 is going to be a tremendously exciting year. Thank you so much for telling us a bit about your plans. We'll look forward to seeing the fruits of your labor.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate it.